Hey guys, Will Bone here with PA Software, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to set up your account and analyze videos for Pitch Analyzer Pro R1. So once you've purchased your account, the first thing that you're going to receive is an email with a login and temporary password. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get onto Google Chrome. Right now that's the only browser that we support. Further browser support's coming soon, but in the meantime, go to Google Chrome and go to dash.pasoftware.us, or you can click the link on the purchase page. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to insert your email address and then type in that temporary password. Now, when you first log into the Dash, you're going to be prompted to change that temporary password. So once you do that, go ahead and just log in and use whatever you want in terms of passwords. So we're going to go ahead and log in here. We've already created our password and everything. So once you log in, you now are inside the Dash. Once you're inside the Dash, you can you'll notice over on the left hand side underneath the PA Software logo, there is a grayed out box that says New Picture. So what you can do at this point is you can start typing in the name of the athlete or the pitcher that is going to be occupying that space. Once you do that, you can insert, I believe it's up to 5 individual pitchers. And once you reach that 5 count, let's see when we finish typing here. Once you finish reaching that 5 pitcher count, you'll be prompted. You'll see a prompt underneath that says purchase more pitchers. Now if you have more athletes or pitchers that you want to incorporate on this Dash, or you want to keep up with their metrics, you can click this button and you will be routed to another screen that will allow you to purchase more pitchers, and you can purchase as many slots as you want. So let's continue here. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click the download client button. Now when you click this button, this download is the actual download of the software itself, of Pitch Analyzer Pro R1. So clicking this will immediately start the download for the executable to run the installation program here. So the next thing you're going to do is once you finish that installation is you want to go ahead and you want to launch up Pitch Analyzer. There will be a desktop icon that pops up, so you can double click on that on your home screen. But once you reach this page, you will be prompted with a PA login. So go ahead and use that same email and password that you created, and go ahead and sign in. Once logged in, the user interface of Pitch Analyzer Pro R1 will display. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go over to File up there at the top, and you want to click Add. And what this is going to do is this is going to bring up a drop-down menu. And what you're going to do now is you're going to select one of the pitchers that you created in the dashboard. So we're going to just select John Doe here. We're going to click OK. And you'll notice over there on the right hand side that his name appears next to pitcher. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to navigate to the pitches, the bullpen session that you recorded earlier out in the field or wherever. You want to select those and select Open. Now once you do this, the first time that you do this, it will prompt you, this little box will come up and it will prompt you on what your settings want to be. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you selected the correct camera, the one that you recorded the bullpen session with. You want to go ahead and select that. For this case, we're going to select GoPro. We're going to select baseball. We're going to turn on the strike zone, and we're going to say always use these settings, and then we're going to hit save. By doing this, you will save some time so that you don't have to go in and constantly update those settings every time you do an analysis. It will automatically be preset. You can change these settings if you want to at a later time if you end up using a different camera, but it saves a little bit of time. So you'll notice that your videos are now in the session window over here on the right. So once we get to this point, there's a couple different ways that we can start the analysis of these video clips. The first way is to simply double click on the file name, and that will start the analysis of the pitch itself. So you see it going there. You can click on the next one, or you can select this Analyze button. So click once on the file name and then click Analyze. That's another way to do it. And if you want to, say you really like that pitch or you want to review some mechanics, there's a replay button down there at the bottom. You can hit play. You can go forward and backwards. You can kind of step through everything. So you can kind of go frame by frame and really dig into the mechanics review process of the pitch itself. So if at this point, if you wanted to save a replay for the future, you can right click on the screen there, the analysis window, and you can save replay. So you can go in there, you can type a name that you want to call it. We'll just call this one replay. Select where you want to download it, or save it to. We'll just select desktop here and we'll click save. So this will write it to the location of your choosing. So we'll go ahead and let this upload. Once this is uploaded, what you can do is then you can then go in, and at a later time you can replay that video just kind of at your leisure. So we'll exit out of that. We won't worry about that right now. Now we're going to analyze another pitch here. Just double clicked on it. So we've analyzed a few pitches and we're kind of wanting to see some trends. So what we can do now at this point is we can come down here to this multi-pitch function. We can click on that, and then what you're going to see is you're going to see the flight paths and locations relative to the strike zone of the pitches that we've analyzed so far. So if you want to kind of get a little more information on what each pitch is, you can come back over here to the session window, click the pitch data tab up there at the top of the window, and what this is going to display is a table of each pitch, its location relative to the strike zone, whether it was a ball or a strike, and how fast that pitch was thrown. So you can go through here and you can select on each one, and when you do that, it will highlight the different flight path, the respective flight path for each one. If you want to go back and review those mechanics for that particular pitch, you can go down there and hit the replay button, and it will show back up again. So say during your analysis of your video clips, you come across a pitch or video that for some other reason didn't necessarily find the ball in the video clip, or maybe it picked up a bad data point. So what you can do is you can come over here to the session window and you can right click on that video file, and this little window will pop up. What you're going to want to do is you're going to select false positive. Now when you select false positive, another window will pop up and ask you, are you sure you want to declare this as a false positive video? And what this will end up doing is it will exclude it from your data set for your bullpen session. So since this was a good video, we're just going to come down here and click no and continue on. So say you have a rather large bullpen session, or you've got a lot of videos. You don't want to spend the time to sit here and click through each one of those videos. What you can do is you can come over here and select this Analyze All button, and what this will do is it will analyze the remaining video clips in the session window that have not already been analyzed. Now you don't necessarily have to worry about sitting here and seeing if there's going to be a hang up, if the program doesn't collect enough data points for a particular clip. If in the event that it doesn't pick up the baseball, it will just continue on to the next clip. So you don't have to sit there and watch it and wait on it and make sure that everything is going smoothly. Okay, so now that that's done, we can come down here. We've analyzed a lot more pitches. We can click the multi-pitch again just to kind of get an overall idea of where maybe our tendencies were for that bullpen session. So once you're done, we looked at that. Now that you're done with the bullpen session, what you can do if you want to upload this data to the pitcher's database on our dashboard, go up here to File and then go down to Export and just click Export. And what that will do is it will automatically upload that data for the pitcher you've selected. So make sure you're using the right pitcher for your data set. So we'll hit OK. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go look at that data. So remember to use Google Chrome, and let's go back to the dashboard. If you can't remember the URL for the dashboard, you can find it on our purchase page on the website. So we're going to come back in here, we're going to enter in our login information, and we're going to sign into the dashboard. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to click on that picture that you analyzed their bullpen session for, and what you're going to see on this first page is an overall of every single bullpen session that's been uploaded into the dashboard. Now, since we've only got one bullpen session uploaded for this particular picture, we're only seeing the pitches that we just analyzed. So what you're seeing here is you'll see a ball strike ratio visual, some data on the average ball velocity, the average strike velocity, what the overall average velocity is of all the bullpen sessions, and then a cumulative heat zone map down here at the bottom, kind of give you an idea of where pitches are relative to the strike zone and where maybe some overall tendencies are. So we'll scroll back up here to the top and we'll click on the sessions tab, and right now we just got one bullpen session in here. So we'll click on that session 1 tab, and what you're going to see now is a list of all the pitches for that particular bullpen session that we analyzed in the program. What you can do is you can click on this visualize button, and that visualize button will show you a quick image of what the overall flight path of that particular pitch was. You can also see that it's got the velocity listed, whether or not it was a ball or a strike. A strike will be a check mark, a ball will be an X. So this pitch 3 right here was a ball. And because we only have one bullpen session in here, you won't see everything. If you have more than one bullpen session, what you can do is you can compare those two bullpen sessions and see if there's improvement over time. If there's some things that need to be worked on, you can really dig into some pretty nifty features and functionality. But we'll get into that at a later date. But for right now, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this basic overview. If you got any questions or concerns, or maybe got some suggestions on how to make things a little better, a little smoother running with the UI, you can send us an email on our contact page, and we'd be more than happy to get back with you or listen to any concerns or suggestions that you may have. Alright, thanks guys, have a good day, and hope you enjoy the software.